Hey guys, it's Paul from Ashen Phoenix. It is New Comic Book Day for January 1st. Happy New Year, everybody. We don't have any noisemakers, so woo! There you go. Our first sponsorship of the new year that's not actually a sponsorship. Comic book store, 30 North Main Street, Glassboro, New Jersey. Come buy some comics.
Hey guys, Tim from Capes and Scowls and the comic book store and like 12 other places I get around. Let's talk about the trades, shall we? We've got The Boys Volume 1. I know, that's not new, but this is actually just $30. I think that's the normal cover price. And it's signed inside by Garth Ennis. That's super sweet. We have Black Hammer, Age of Doom Part 2. This is trade number 4, chronologically. These books are a lot of fun. We have, I love this one, Injustice versus Masters of the Universe. Look at Triclops getting some love on the back cover. I mean, he is getting his face kicked off, but... Batman, Gotham Knights, Transference. Gotham Knights 1 through 12 is what that is. We have Diana, Princess of the Amazons. This is a young reader book. Leans towards kids, not teens. This one, Wonder Woman, Warbringer, leans towards teens and young adult. But anybody can read anything. Am I right, Paul? All right, great job, Paul. Legends of Marvel, Spider-Man. This is a bunch of one-shots involving Spider-Man, and it's got a lot of great writers on there. We have Supergirl, volume, I don't even know, 2. Perfect. We have Curse Words, volume 5. Yes, volume 5. If you're not familiar, Charles Soule's great. Al loves him. But Ryan Brown's art, so good. We got Black Cat, volume 1. With all those Campbell covers everybody loves. And we have Birds of Prey, Huntress. This is Greg Rucka stuff, so it's automatically amazing. And finally, I've got Miles Morales, Bring on the Bad Guys. This is volume 2 of the new Miles Morales stories. And we got the previews this week. Let's not randomly pick, because I want to talk about Strange Adventures, new Tom King miniseries with Adam Strange. That's going to be, everybody order it. It's going to be huge. You're not going to be able to get it. Make sure you pre-order it. And something random from Marvel. Black Cat, again. Look, Campbell drew a dude. That doesn't happen that often. And here's your big previews. There's a new Hickman book on the cover. The other side is Strange Adventures. Something random. Paul, say stop.
Stop.
We've got Once and Future, The Trade, Volume 1.
That's so good. That's so
good. Good job. That ties in. We've reviewed that a bunch, and you liked it.
I love it.
He loves it. He doesn't love anything.
The grandma's awesome.
He loves the grandma. No, you don't.
Up first, we have Avengers, Defenders, Tarot. I don't know. It's okay. If you're a really big Avengers fan, if you're a really big Defenders fan, you're going to care. If not, you're not. Something supposedly tied to the Defenders in World War II that we don't know. I'm kind of burnt out on Avengers, and I didn't remember this the way it was this way, and it happened this way kind of thing. Storylines that have been going on for the last 2 years. This is another one. It's up to you if you like them. I don't.
All my books were good this week, spoiler. There you go. So, remember I said anybody can read anything? Diana, Princess of the Amazons. I read the young children's book because I want to know how good was this, and this was awesome. This was written by Shannon Hale and Dean Hale. Unless Dean did the art. Nope, it's written by both of them. Illustrated by Victoria Ying. This is a story of a young Diana, Princess of Themyscira, and she is kind of lonely because she's the only kid and whatnot, and she's sad, and she wants to not be sad, and all the adults are so busy, and it's that kind of a story, and she makes a friend, and things go terribly, terribly wrong. Hooray! And then you gotta fix it. This is a very good story for young kids. It teaches a moral. It's not overly preachy, and I thought it was pretty fun. And there's cool references to things like the kangaroo, her pet kangaroo she had, and just little nods that your hardcore Wonder Woman fans will enjoy. So, if you have a youngin' especially that wants to get into Wonder Woman, this is perfect.
Next up, we have Marauders issue number 5. I say every single month, this is, to me, the flagship issue of the X titles. It's the one that's more fun. The political intrigue and things that are going on are just awesome. I love it. You're starting to center on one of the major threats of that's happening in the Marauders book, i.e., Kate Pryde not being on Krakoa. If she's not on Krakoa, do the resurrection protocols happen with her? They're worried that they might not, and thus add some real danger that has kind of been taken out of the X books for the last couple months, because, I mean, if somebody dies, they just bring them right back. But they don't know if they can do that with Kate, and that adds more intrigue to the story as they're trying to get more and more mutants, and they're having a problem in Madripoor, and things go really badly. Pick it up.
All right, next up, we have Hawkeye, Freefall, #1. This is by Matthew Rosenberg, who, if you don't know, I really enjoy as a writer. And we have Otto Schmidt as my artist on this one. And this is a miniseries. I think it's 5 issues. I could be wrong. And it is Hawkeye kind of just being typical, kind of an idiot Hawkeye. And he is going up against the Hood. I really love the Hood. The Hood is one of my favorite villains because he's very interdimensional, very mystic in a way, but he's also kind of a dumb thug. So he covers a lot of ground. Basically, Hawkeye stops the Hood early on, and it doesn't go quite the way he wanted. So he keeps having these interactions with the Hood. Meanwhile, someone is dressed as Ronin, and they are doing a lot of terrible, terrible things. And Bucky and Falcon show up, and they're like, "Hey, is this you? You're a jerk." And they just have a lot of fun interactions with each other. It has the humor that you would expect from a Rosenberg book that is, not that it's lacking a serious tone, but he has fun when he can, and when he needs to be serious, he gets into it. This book is good. I think a lot of people would read it. I think it would have been my pick of the week, but something eked it out a little bit.
And my pick of the week, it is Star Wars issue #1. Another issue #1. Yes, I understand that this just ended, but as it's been told to me, the original Star Wars series took place between A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. And the series ended when it caught up to Empire Strikes Back. This new series starts between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. So this particular issue takes back immediately after the events of Empire Strikes Back, and what happened with Leia, what happened with Luke, and the bombshell information. Spoiler alert, Darth Vader is Luke's father. I mean, you should know that by now. How he's dealing with that kind of information, and how kind of bad things were. I mean, Empire was pretty bad for the Rebels, and it doesn't get any better for them, at least in this issue. And it's definitely a fun, interesting read to see what's going on outside of that, and to get that kind of continuity that's going on through 2 very important titles that you should know about. This was really a fun read, and I'm interested to see how the rest of this goes. Pick it up.
Hey, Paul.
What?
Who do I say is the next Tom King all the time?
Donny Cates.
I do, because Donny Cates is the next Tom King. Has everybody got it now? Thor #1 by Donny Cates. This book is fantastic. I loved every little second of it. You get more out of it if you paid attention to some of his other books. Cosmic Ghost Rider stuff, Silver Surfer Black in particular ties into this. You're not lost had you not read any of those, but this was really good. Nick Klein, I believe. Yep, Nick Klein did the art. Matt Wilson's always good. Basically, your story is Thor, after War of the Realms and all the events in recent Marvel, is the king of Asgard. And there's a great opening sequence of Mjolnir flying through the sky over all 10 realms and just kind of prophesizing his decree. Everybody just be excellent to each other, I think is what it was. And it's got some fun humor. It's got some moments. There's a little bit of little details you got to pay attention to where you realize things aren't quite right with Thor. And as he's about to kind of give his big speech and be sworn in, well, he's already sworn in, but just to give his big initial speech, Galactus falls to Asgard. I don't want to get too much more into it. I don't want to spoil the details of it, but I really love some of the things done with Galactus here and Silver Surfer. They make reference to a bunch of the Heralds of Galactus prior, and this is one of those stories that seems like it's got this big universe-shattering kind of implications, and it actually feels like it means something, which, you know, it's like, hey, it's event fatigue and blah, blah, blah. No, this actually seems fun. And I like Donny Cates writing a different character. And I just really enjoyed it. So you should check this out. You'll probably enjoy it too. All right, guys, that's the end of the video. Thank you for sticking with us. This is our fifth year now, sixth year, 12th year. Who cares? None of that matters. A number's a number. But thank you for being a part of that. I hope everybody enjoyed the Future Paul Chronicles Part 3, The Quickening. That is up now if you missed it or if you don't care for it. Hey, you can skip it. That was last week's video.
Wasn't The Quickening 2?
Who cares? Whatever. Future Paul returns.
That was 5.
I was thinking like Batman Returns.
Oh, okay. That's 2 again.
What was the Gambler 5?
I have no idea.
You remember the Gambler? Kenny Rogers and the poker and all that? There's at least 5 of those. There may be more. It came up in conversation. I thought you should know. You probably don't care.
This would be Return of the Jedi. That's the 3rd.
We went from Batman to Star Wars?
Well, because Batman Returns is 2.
Right.
We did the 3rd.
Okay. I don't care.
I don't.
Paul, I'm trying to get you out of here so you can go be a drunk, blubbering idiot. Instead of just a blubbering idiot. Ayo! Hey! Zing! Zing! Anyways, everybody, we had fun. We're going to have more fun in the new year. It's more the same. This format doesn't really change. But we'll crap on books. We'll piss off people. It'll be great. So come back for that. And Future Pauls.